Good morning. This is Jim Kennard, and I'm going to talk to you today about growing seedlings. For those who would like to grow seedlings, either for themselves or to sell, it's really a very good way to get the kind of plants you want, the varieties, the timing, the health, all of those benefits of growing your own seedlings are yours to be had if you're willing to learn and do the work, know the laws of plant growth, and follow them precisely. Here you see flats of tomatoes and kale that have had their first transplant. You don't need anything fancy in order to do this. All you need is a place to keep them where they've got ample sunlight and proper temperatures. Now, the sunlight is best if it's outside or in a greenhouse rather than in a house. Lights are not really adequate to duplicate sunlight, but they can be used. Fairly expensive to buy them, but you can buy the growing lights. What I do, because I have a greenhouse, I put them in the greenhouse, then I put these arched PVC pipes over them, cover them with greenhouse plastic, and I have a space heater, so when it gets cold, I want to maintain temperatures between 65 and 80 degrees 24 hours a day, and I want my plants to get 12 to 18 hours of sun, not necessarily direct sunlight that long. If you have the grow lights, 18 hours is none too much. Regular sunlight hours are great if you have access to a greenhouse or the open air. These arched PVC are, I think, 6 feet long and bent to fit into a 4 foot wide row. The accurate spacing is achieved by using a seedling marker, which you can make yourself. That's 18 by 18. It has 1 inch wood or 3/4 inch plywood backed with a handle to carry it, hold it, use to push it down and keep it stable. I will give more instructions on that on another video. Many people will choose to use the plastic flats that you can get at a nursery. They're okay. They aren't as sturdy. I don't like them. The sizes, they don't go as deep as I like them. Um, they don't hold up. And in some places, of course, they are not available at all. So I like to then build my own. The material that I like to use to bake, the material that I like to use to make seedling flats is the ends, as you see, are thicker. They are made from 6 foot long cedar fencing, 5.5 wide and 3/4 thickness. Those are cut to 17.5 inch lengths. First of all, the cedar fencing is ripped in half so that you have 2 3/4 inch wide. Then they are cut to 17.5 inch lengths. The rest of the material I like to use pine planking. This is 1/4 inch thick, 3 1/4 wide, 8 feet long. They come in bundles of 6 at the big box stores. I drill 3 holes on each end of the sides and on both ends of the bottoms. And I will do several at a time so that it reduces the time and the amount of work. for doing that pre-drilling. The end pieces are obviously thicker in order to be sturdier and be able to take a nail. They are about, I think, 9/16 or 5/8. You can have anything you want. I don't recommend anything thicker than 3/4 just because it gets heavy. But as you're drilling your holes for your bottoms and your sides, you want to then make those holes about 1/4 of an inch in from the outside edge so that they will drill into the bottom ends. You will have already nailed your side pieces into the ends. Then you will want to prepare the sides for the bottom pieces. You do this by gluing, and I use a good waterproof wood glue in order to secure these and make them stronger and last longer. You will have already nailed your side pieces into the ends. Then you will want to prepare the sides for the bottom pieces. You do this by gluing, and I use a good waterproof wood glue in order to secure these and make them stronger and last longer. Make sure that you put the glue on both ends. We fill the flats a little bit over full, and then we will use a screed to level the material to the top of the flat. I'm using a 21-inch 2x2 stake as my screed here. This is a very quick and accurate way to fill your flat level full. If we are planting seeds, we will use either a square board like you see here, 17 inches long, or a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch PVC pipe, depending on what you're planting and how wide of a row that you want to make. If you're transplanting seedlings, you will use this seedling marker, and they can be made to plant different numbers of seedlings. This one is 72, 9 times 8 to fill the box. If you're planting something like pumpkins, you probably only want 7x7 or 49. If you're planting something much smaller, then as many as 81, 9x9 can be planted. If you are using something from the nursery, then you have that configuration. Problems with that include root bound and lack of sturdiness. Many times people will dump their seedlings because the thing twists or breaks and it'll fall. So even though this takes an hour to make one of these and costs as much as $10 each, they will last for many years. They're sturdy, and when you plant in an open flat like this, you do not have problems with plants getting root bound the way they do in the small containers up above. Happy gardening. Especially, I wish you success in your seedling production. Thank you.